Hello everyone, please do make yourself comfortable. I have a couple of questions we can talk, and if you have any question, please do unmute yourself and ask or message on YouTube. First of all, I give my greetings for people, all my students and friends across tradition of Hindu and Sanatana Dharma from India. Wishing everybody a happy Deepavali and Dhanteras as well as Govardhan and most festive greetings if you celebrate it. There's many messages I received for Deepavali greetings. Some of my student wishes to all of them, and their wishes me to give greetings to on their behalf to all people. So may all being able to ignite their inner light, to see their own darkness, and they ignite, they build their light, other people's light, to make it a festival of light, and that light not just only last only for 1 day or 2 days, that should last throughout the whole year and continue growing your Atma Jyoti. So today's questions I have: how should I stop worrying about things? It's the only way you can stop worrying about things, by understanding the nature, what causes the worry. Is it source of insecurity or self-judgment causing the worry? Sometimes you can be worried about worry, that you're so concerned. If you do not have any thoughts, you are worried about it because you are not having any thoughts. Feels like you have lost your mind. It's like a mother who try to put baby to sleep. She's worried about baby is not sleeping. Once baby is fall asleep, then she's worried about why baby is not making noise. She goes constantly to disturb the baby till the baby wakes up. So human mind, it can be in similar nature. So you are concerned about worry now. Can you imagine the amount of the message you have received from your childhood? So your whole nervous system have received mixed messages, messages that does not bring clarity to you. So you are, sometimes if there is nobody, you go on creating one, because that word defines that you are alive. That word defines that you are doing something important. So in my opinion, meditate and do not worry about too much. They say, what can you change if you worry about something. You cannot. But your mind is so empowering, will create, continue concerns, and even make the worries about that makes no difference to your life. Sometimes you are worried why your neighbor is happy. How does that make difference to your life? So try to set the awareness of your own body, set attention towards your own body, understand the nature of the mind. Once you understand the nature of the mind, you understand your senses, and that's the only way you can stop worrying about things. If you're worrying about what other people are thinking, one thing you must understand, people will always think, no matter how great you try to be, people will always think, they will always try. You cannot impress, you cannot satisfy 100% everybody's ego. Because if you get in the trap of satisfying the people's ego, you are worried about constantly, because it proves your ego. It is not about other people. It's proving your ego to yourself, and you go on proving yourself by satisfying the egos. That can be the main reason for the worry, or reason because you are looking for a validation and you are worried about you are not appreciated. So you want to be recognized. So is many people like to be recognized. It's important to be recognized, but remember, everybody recognize you, but you do not recognize yourself as biggest failure. I have another question. How can we maintain and cultivate emotional innocence given all the ignorant and unpleasant thing people do to each other and also animals? Animals are pretty innocent. Mainly humans can create so much such disaster to animals, because human mind can be very ignorant, emotionally unstable, mentally unstable, physically not connected to their own self. When you are not connected, you go on doing things that is not needed or not kind or loving to your present circumstances or your surroundings. So William, my friend, how one can cultivate emotional innocence? First of all, start accepting your emotions. You feel your emotions, but not feed your emotions. Point one. Second, don't let your emotions drive you insane. Emotions there to be experienced. Emotions there to be feel, not to be fed. But we go on feeding our emotions, but we don't actually feel them. You have fed the emotions, then you realize, why did I do that? Regret comes afterward. So in my personal opinion, not to feed your emotions, but you feel your emotions can be very helpful. Given all ignorant and unpleasant thing the human or people do to each other, don't worry about people. Most concerned that how much ignorance you hold within yourself. The biggest issue with the human mind is we go on looking at the people's ignorance. We go on looking how unpleasant other person is doing, how unkind the other person is. Drop the poor me concept. Stop judging other people. Start witnessing how ignorant one is, how unpleasant activities or thoughts one can generate towards each other, as a humans as well as animals. Remember, without a humanity, if you have a humanity, you are classified as a human. Without humanity, majority of the time you are an animal walking on the two legs. But when you talk about humanity, you think humanity is just only for humans. Now, humanity is when you are holding the presence of love within you, when you're holding presence of kindness within you, when you're holding the presence of compassion within you, not holding it, but implementing, living through your body, through your actions. And that time humanity is living through you, you are classified as a human. Till then you are animal in a process of becoming a human. Till then you are an animal in a process of becoming a human. So once you cultivate all those qualities of humanity, you can transcend into a divine being. But in process, people who have no awareness, no compassion, no kindness, no even conscious of their actions, they still classified as a human. But behavior sometimes very worse than any animals. So my friend William, my advice, cultivate love and implement love and live the love, kindness, compassion in action to yourself and all around you, to all the beings, and including trees, animals, ants, everything you can come in contact with. Sharing your emotions with the purest form of divine presence. Next question I have. About destination and path. We all want to reach somewhere. You define your destination and then you start making paths to get there, means targeted. Your goal is fixed, but you believe yourself, I am Anant, I am infinite, I am limitless, but your goal is fixed, you are fixed, you are limited. So your statement that I am infinite, I am abundance is no longer valid. You created yourself limited. your mind becomes limited, your possibilities becomes limited, your energy becomes limited. You fit yourself into a box. Despite your inner presence, your inner being is not limited, is infinite, abundance. Love, compassion, kindness is not limited, is abundance within you. More you spend it, more it grows. So when through the practices, your destination drops. When there is no destination, there is no path. When there is no path, you have no karma, you have only presence. You drop yourself within yourself. You are the destination and you are the path. But I want to go somewhere. I want to be somewhere. Where would you want to be? Remember, there is nowhere to be. Only there to be, not somewhere. You do not need anywhere. You think you will be happier in future. You will be happier if you get there. If you aim certain target, once you have this thing, you will be happier. Your happiness is always in the future. Or once you get rid of what it is around you, you will be more happy. Either you are looking for happiness in the future or fighting in the present what circumstances are. So stop making destinations of happiness, and right now is with you, within you. Discover that. Your every action should be to understanding, discovering the presence, happiness in your real time moment. If you can find a one good reason to be happy, the destination stops. You found yourself. I have one more question. I have a few. What is the main cause of insecurity and how to deal with insecurity? Insecurity, main cause of insecurity is not knowing yourself. Not knowing yourself will create always insecurity. No matter, insecurity is not subject to a wealth. There is basic requirement, basic needs. I know lots of people who have an abundance of wealth, but there is still an insecurity. And I know people, some of my dear friends sadhus, who have absolutely nothing. They are also insecure. I know lots of very spiritual people, they are also insecure. Deep meditators I have found, they are also insecure. And very, very poor person who have absolutely nothing can be very secure. Security and insecurity, both are a state of your mind. When you are deep in sleep, everybody is pretty much the same. You are no longer insecure because you are very much with yourself. Your conscious mind is not judging you. You're no longer insecure unless your insecurity does not let you sleep. Unless your insecurity does not let you meditate. When you are deep down within your own self and with yourself, you're no longer insecure, you're no longer secure either. You are in your transcendental being. Only issue is when your conscious mind is constantly judging you, constantly comparing you, constantly finding lack within your presence, constantly finding the lack within your existence, and you would like to be not you, but somebody else. Or you would like to decorate your life and your presence according to other people's thought. That will create an insecurity. Somebody who is meditating every day, he's insecure about his success in meditation. Why worry? You are meditating, just enjoy the meditation because you have set goals. You define your security with the set goals. You are again insecure about not achieving your set goal. You maybe achieve more than what you have defined it. You will be insecure. Similarly, somebody is meditating, praying every day, living even a monastery life, and insecure not meeting God or not reaching salvation. That is also insecurity. You are on a path and you are insecure, you may fall from your journey or path. So remember, insecurity is your state of the mind. Insecurity is lack of trust within your own abilities and not accepting what you hold, what you cherish within in your heart, within this body. Lack of self-love, lack of self-acceptance will create a insecurity. Somebody said to me last time, it's very well enough, Yogi. You are very successful. You can say about insecurity that you are not insecure. I can tell you, my friend, I used to be very insecure a few years back, getting my black hair into white. But I accept it. You can't change the fact. So sometime I can talk from the place where I am about security and insecurity. But as a human level, where your senses have a basic necessity, your life requires a certain facade for you to exist and to be in society or to be seen, you will have insecurity, I can assure you. Till you are okay and accept your existence as it is and completely surrender to yourself. And stop judging yourself, that would be the main benefit to rise above insecurities. I knew somebody who's perfectly very handsome person who have insecurity about even somebody go to a retreat with me. I have a very dear friend of mine who was with me on a retreat. The main reason on a retreat to lose the fact that the body is holding, but very insecure about developing wrinkles because constantly checking, is my double chin, triple chin is still hanging? The fat is disappearing. Am I developing more wrinkles? But there is also insecurity. So, but human mind is filled with insecurity because you are not actually happy. You cannot be happy, no matter what you get. You will not be happy because your mind is a design. You have trained your mind such a way to always find something to worry about, always find something to be insecure about, to fill the gap. Not to be happy where you are, but to be happy in future or to be somewhere. So insecurity is a very interesting topic. So please do continue exploring, but remember, when you are in deep meditation, you're no longer insecure. Even the secure person does not even feel secure either, because you have gone beyond your conscious mind. You are with your unconscious. What is to be discovered? Your transcendental being. So connect more with your transcendental being, transcend your thoughts, balance your senses. You will be very comfortable in your presence. What is authenticity in a person? What does it mean to live an authentic life? Well, there is many, I know some people. Authenticity, according to them, take charge of your life. No matter how you fulfill the satisfaction of your mind, the greed of your mind, but they are very authentic in that way. You can be greedy, but authentic greedy. You can be a culprit, but you can be very authentic culprit. You can be a con artist, but you can be very authentic con artist. So you are authentic in your way of doing. And living your life according to that can be very authentic too. But that is not really authentic. What your inner spirit can authenticate and you feel comfortable in doing it, with feeling no shame and no regret, not even looking over your shoulder. You are authentic within your level of consciousness and awareness in that very moment. And living day to day, moment to moment, your life with that awareness, with awareness of your self-presence. Nowadays, there's a flood of authentic word. Everybody uses authentic. There's authentic yogis, authentic yoga, authentic meditation. There's some of yogis I know, there is nothing authentic about it. It's absolutely not even living a life. How can you be authentic? You have not even experienced within your own self. It's just decorative. So when within you, you can authenticate inside your own self and living from that space, you can be authentic. But again, I said, you can be an authentic coder, you can be an authentic thief, authentic culprit, authentic greedy, authentic con artist. So this authentic word you can add into anything. So authentic according to your level of consciousness, and you living your life fully in presence of it. So word authentic is overused. It have no relevance in present circumstances. It is all just marketing. But your inner authority, when you live in your life with your truest inner authority, in line with that, you are living an authentic life. There is no unwanted, unauthenticated actions are done by your senses. Every action done in presence of your authority, you are living an authentic life. All the senses are awake and you are conscious of each action that's done by them. You are living an authentic life. I have one more question. What is the difference between mind and intellect? How can I know which one of them is speaking? My friend, neither your mind speaks to you, nor your intellect speaks to you. Speaking, your mind and intellect are both same. There is no difference. Intellect is subject to your senses, so your mind is subject to your senses. But if you're talking about intelligence, that is different. So how do you differentiate what is talking to you? Depend how peaceful do you feel when you're listening to your intellect or when you're listening to your mind. Do you feel fearful? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel doubtful? Is more likely, or logic, judgmental, comparison, driven by your ego, is all your mind and intellect talking. When in your conversation, the inner conversation, when is a moment filled with compassion, acceptance, filled with love and awareness, and you do not feel heavy in your mind, or you do not feel heavy in your body at the time when you're listening, your intelligence is talking. Intelligence is yourself. Intellect, mind is subject, very individual. You can develop that awareness of your senses, your mind will grow. Your mind will be broadened is awareness. So your intellect will also can be broadened. As if you educate your senses, is skills, but intelligence, you can be very, very intelligent person. Your intelligence, your inside, your Atma. So when you feel heavy and your mind feels doubtful, when your mind is uncertain, means your mind is talking, is doubtful. But when you feel light, comfortable, come from a place of acceptance, your intelligence is talking. But sometimes your mind can over-empower, but deep down inside, it's saying something different. But your mind can override the decision of your intelligence. Your logic is limited. Your logic is limited. But your intelligence is unlimited. Logic is mind. But your intelligence is a possibility. When the logic ends, your intelligence starts, your Atma starts. Beyond the mind realm start. So on that note, I think anybody have any questions, please do ask. If you do not have any question, anybody have any question in the group? I have one more question, but I think I have talked about that last time. What are dreams and how relevant are for our real life? Everybody is dreaming. What you are living, that can also be classified as a dream. Some people are sleepwalking. They are not even awake. Zombies, you can call them. They are living zombies. So when you're sleeping, you are a zombie if you have no awareness to it. But the moment you start witnessing your dream, not role playing in a dream, but start witnessing what your mind is doing during the dream. That can become relevant to your real life. Similarly, you can make a stories around it, make it more interesting factors around dream. You can write a literature on dream, because in a dream, somebody's monk cannot speak, a deaf person cannot hear it. Even the physically not capable of walking or lifting things, in a dream that person running a marathon, having a great conversation, and can be speaking and can be hearing. All those capacities, how would you bring that into a real life? That's not possible. So your dreams are a state of your unconscious being. When you become conscious of your dream, you can take that into a day-to-day life. Even in your sleep, you are conscious. You are no longer sleeping. So you start witnessing your sleep. You start witnessing your dreams. Start witnessing when you are awake. You live like a Buddha. But if you got trapped, your dreams are real as your awake life. But awake life, you make a conscious decisions. In a dream, you make an unconscious decision. You have no control over them, what thoughts are coming. Your mind is absolutely mindless. Mind is absolutely frameless. It just goes around making stories as per it pleases. But if you start contributing to it, you're creating a karma. Even in a dream, you can create a karma, because you are living that. You are not free from it. But moment you start witnessing your dream, you are no longer creating karma. You are observing. You are silently witnessing. You are living a meditative life even in a dream. Then you go into sleep, unconscious pattern, susupti. Again, if you start witnessing your sleep, you start practicing a yoga nidra. You are doing a yogic sleep. You're no longer sleeping, but you are witnessing that you are sleeping. Your body is sleeping. Your senses are resting. Your mind is resting. So you're completely 24/7 alert and aware and living a very attentive, conscious life. Then your dreams can be relevant to it. But if you're asking, when you are dreaming about swimming in the water, how does that translate into my day-to-day life? You're dreaming about somebody cutting your hair. What does that mean? I dreamed about my hair was cut. Or if you dreamed about you were flying, what does that translate into a day-to-day life? There are many theories, but if somebody in a dream about such a rich person, becomes really poor in the dream. Very poor, begging, almost eating a food, begging every day, day-to-day life, living on the street. Can you imagine that king wakes up traumatized in the morning? What does difference that make? He realizes he's the same person. A person who is absolutely have no wealth in a dream, living like a king's life, ruling all the luxury that he can dream of, but when he wakes up, again back on the footpath. So how does that translate to somebody's dream into a real life? It does not translate. All you can do is start developing awareness to it to move away from your karmic investment or creating more karma. So start meditating and stop cultivating or creating more karma, even in a dream. If you are dreaming, it's a good sign that you have a possibility to meditate in a dream. You can take your practice to a next level. Don't enjoy the dream. Just become witnessing. Play conscious to it. Now some people say, but dreaming can be an art. Lucid dreaming. I'm dreaming. I can co-create my reality in a dream. Supposed to meditate, not creating your fantasies. Like you're meditating consciously, now I can co-create my reality while I'm consciously meditating. As long as you are creating something that does not exist, you are creating a karma. Then you say, I want to be free from karma. It's very hypocrite in one sense. Only way you can stop creating karma once you start witnessing your state of mind, what is happening. So, on that note, enough. Thank you very much, everyone. Hari Om. Pranam.